Well, my name is Alice Baker. I am the proprietor here at Sunnyside Cafe. Me and my husband own the business. We've owned this property for 17 years. We've actually been in business for about 30 years. I grew up in the business, so this was a manifested destiny for me. My father owned a restaurant on Broadway in Emerson, and he was there for almost 20 years, and then he moved to Hawaii and opened a restaurant in Hawaii. But growing up, I went to North High School. Always worked with my father and his business. It was actually a pizza place. We delivered pizzas to the minority neighborhoods when other pizza places wouldn't. So our family is very well known.
In addition to being a place of leadership and community, Sunnyside Cafe showed characteristics of a third place, with regular customers and a comfy atmosphere to all who entered.
The fact is that you can be a minority business owner in your own community, and you can watch it grow. You can provide jobs for people in the community, which we do. We hire within the community. I came back to North Minneapolis to do this because there was a need. When I was growing up, there was a lot of black-owned businesses down Plymouth Avenue, all around. I mean, you could find grocery stores. We had a delicatessen. We had there was a black bank on Plymouth. And a lot of that has been lost, and that's why I thought, well, you know, we can start a new legacy. Here, Glenwood Avenue is a little different than maybe it is going a little more north to Broadway. This avenue is actually changing quite a bit. There's a lot of new construction going on. We have the farmers market. Actually, one of my leaders that just left here is Professor Alkati Mahmood. And he's a professor of history, or was. He's retired at Macalester College. Now, people like that, I consider my leaders when it comes to community leaders. Now, this young man, which is James Everett. Now, the question was, and James, maybe you can help me out with this, about what we see as far as new leadership.
Spike Moss told me one time, he said, call yourself a freedom fighter because you fight for the rights of people and fight for the things in the community regardless if it benefits you or not. He said, and watch them never print it. They will never fight, they will never print that you're a freedom fighter because you're talking about a concept of freedom that we haven't had in a long time that we're just supposed to feel like we have. Sure. So as a freedom fighter, activists, organizers and all that, those are all different things. Leadership has to be willing to raise the question. The one thing that no one wants to talk about is divestment. The fact that the Target Center is in North Minneapolis, but yet no professional athletes, basketball players from here can play. You talk about Don Sterling, but we had an all-white NBA team in North Minneapolis because First Avenue North back is North Minneapolis, as we forget because they put a twin stadium. We think it's regentrified or something, okay? Yeah. It's important to know that the biggest question is not leadership. It's easy to sit on a board and be a youth leader. I went to meetings at, like, let's say the U of M, and they're like, we've got a Black Student Union and we're trying to build this thing for us. Okay, where's your manifesto from the last Black Student Union? What, James, brother. Let them do their thing. No. You're the institution. You want them to start fresh because you know it takes a year to get a license for this. You know it takes 6 months to get clearance from this, from the Minsky board. If they start fresh every time, by the end of 4 years, they won't ever have anything but a whole bunch of conversation about what they was gonna have. So how come they haven't figured out that the Black Student Union should be passing a book of, we didn't finish this, but here, take that. It's because because all they need is the picture of leaders.
And that's what's going to help create more leadership programs. Something along that line.
You have to have the conversation.
The conversation about it. And when you say what leaderships do I see going on over here as far as the community is based, would be Harvest Preparatory School, I would have to say.
During the interview with James and Alice, James told us of Floyd B. Olson and his contributions to North Minneapolis. Olson, whose funding for better unemployment benefits and the construction of new highways was accredited for bringing the state of Minnesota out of the Great Depression. James said that his contributions to North Minneapolis have been forgotten by many Northsiders, and that his statue, the one seen in this picture, has been left unkempt and forlorn next to the very highway that was named after him, the Olson Memorial Highway.